All right, so we're just going to spend a little bit here looking at our Blackboard structure together so you know where to find things and how things are going to work. Every time you log into Blackboard, you'll be on this announcements page. I will try to remember to always also send any announcement I put up here out in email. That'll go to your college email address. So you have that as well. But let's take a look. So, right, we just looked at the syllabus, which we accessed over here in the left-hand toolbar. I am in, as you can see at the top of my screen, I'm in the student view here, so you're seeing it as I do. You'll see me switch in just a moment to my view because you guys still have things hidden that I can see, and I want to show those to you. The main page that we're going to be looking at is this course modules and assignment page. Everything you need for the course is right here. And so this is the page I want you to operate off of. Some of you who've taken online courses before are used to having a direct link to discussions somewhere here too. At least for now, I'm going to leave that off. I want you guys working off this page to make sure you don't miss anything. Course messaging is, instead of emailing me, you can send me a message within the course. You're welcome to do that, though email right now is probably the best way of doing that. At least for the first week or two, if you email me, just remind me if I don't know you yet which class you're in. I'm teaching 2 classes, and I won't have names and classes all memorized and committed to my brain for a little while yet, so just remind me which class. And then my grades, hopefully you're familiar with that, whether you've taken online classes or just on-ground classes that have used these, that you can that you're familiar with those, but you'll find all your graded material in there. So let's take a look at this course modules page. Open this up. And what you're going to see here is what you can't see yet live. Actually, you can. I suppose. I'm forgetting. Right, this is everything. And so if we look at this, you'll see the course orientation that you've already accessed is there. And every one of these will look the same. It'll show you the beginning and end dates. It'll give you a little preview here of what's inside. Due dates for any work that has a due date is also listed here. So this is a nice quick look at everything. And so, right, introduction and history. Right now, right, until we get to the opening dates, if you click on that, right, I'm going to click on this here, right, it actually, that one does show you that, yeah, that's open for you. But all the others aren't. You can't see those yet. So, right, so you can see everything that's here. And your exams, your reflection papers, final extra credit, it is all laid out for you here. You'll see that the stuff after anxiety disorders just isn't, I haven't completely set that up for you yet, and so you can't see those yet, but you've got a whole bunch of it here. So let's take a look at, let's go to, let's see, let's go to current paradigms. And this is where, actually, I'm going to come back here for you. If we look at introduction to history, because this stuff obviously is available to you, I didn't think, not all of it is. All right, I'm going to exit the preview, and then we'll look at things together here. All right, so I'm going to come back here, right? So you still have things that are hidden until this starts on Monday. But here, let's take a look. So if we go to introduction and history, what you have here, you can see things are hidden from you. You can see this little note here. Every one of our modules is going to look very much like this, right? And so you'll have a folder with lecture videos, and you can see that you've got, and you guys should already be able to see this if you're watching this video, but, oh, actually, no, you won't be able to till Wednesday. The introduction to abnormal psychology, right? There's 2 different videos there that you're going to watch. And then you've got this module 1 whole class discussion, and tells you what due date, and tells you it's required, and describes what you need to do, and it gives you a prompt for our live discussion. You'll always have the link for that. It's always the same link if you want to bookmark it, but you'll have the link for that, and it tells you what we're going to be doing in there. And so each one will tell you, will show you ahead of time what you can expect from that. When you've been in a small group, and that will often be the case, it will tell you that at least one of you will be presenting in there, one or two of you not presenting, just sharing ideas. And that means that when you're in your small groups, you need to confirm who is available to be in the live discussion. In this first chapter, you also have to choose your group project choices. And so you're going to take a look at that. And when that comes up, and then you've got this optional alternative to live discussion, right? So that's what we've been talking about. If you can't do the live discussion, you need to get your 20 points doing that. And then each module has this link to the practical questions discussion. Which is not about content. It's not about learning, it's about managing the course. And so these are things, technology questions, due dates, assignment questions, whatever that may be. I'm going to come back here for a sec. I'm going to skip ahead to current paradigms, because it's going to look a little bit more like what we're used to here. Right, so you've got your lecture videos, here that will have the videos you need to watch. And then you can see anything that has this little applying paradigms. This is a group assignment, so it tells you what's going to happen in the group. If you click on that, it only brings you to your group. Just people in your group can see that, and they'll, often there'll be information from me to your group. So if I've given each group a different case study or different assignments, and that's often the case, you'll have all that there. And then you'll have this Dropbox with a small group discussion. And again, one member of your group is going to submit that to me. And again, the prompt for the live discussion, right? So here, each group will have time to share ideas you develop in your small group discussion. We know we'll do that Monday. And then you should bring questions you have about any of the paradigms in the chapter or lecture. So that tells you what we're going to spend our 45 minutes on. The optional alternative to the live discussion if you can't be there, and then that practical question. So this is going to be a really familiar structure. It's going to, and so again, if we come back here, just so you can get another look at that, right? And remember that you're always going to see this. This will all be available to you. You'll be able to see the headings, but the content is not going to show up until that first date that you see there. So you're not going to be able to see anything in the current paradigms folder here until Saturday, June 6th, but that'll be at midnight. So really the night of June 5th, you'll see that stuff. You can see that there's overlap in our dates, and so this starts on Thursday, right? Introduction and History starts on Thursday and ends on Monday. And then Paradigms actually starts on Saturday. I've messed that up. It ends on Wednesday. I'll have to fix that. I'm going to fix it right now. And that ends on a Wednesday. So you might see typos. There's a lot of stuff to do here. The dates, I think, will all be right, but sometimes you're going to see that I just messed up in some ways. All right, so you can see a little bit how the sausage is made here, right? Right, and so you can see that there's overlap. So you really, in some ways, will be working on 2 chapters at once, though if you do your timing right, so here, if you do most of your group discussion work on Thursday and Friday, and Saturday, you don't need to start current paradigms until Sunday because you're not going to have work due until later. I'm just giving you time so that every module has weekend time if you're relying on weekends to get a lot of work done. All right, so hopefully that all makes sense to you. It'd be great for you to make note of what questions you have, and then when we see each other for our first live discussion on Wednesday, that'll be a time we're not going to be talking about content. We're still going to be talking about the course orientation, and so that'll be a time to ask lots of questions. Make sure you do your orientation to online learning. Sorry, that's what you're listening to now. Make sure you set up the Blackboard avatar, and make sure you introduce yourself on that discussion that I've set up. Those are your main tasks. Okay, and then I'll see you on Wednesday. All right, thanks.